Good morning, this is my English project. It is about Indian inventions. I am going to talk about agriculture in it. There are huts over here which people live in. There are some plants over here which animals are grazing in. Here are the land for the people over here. They do their agriculture over here. There are two different types of soil. These trees and herbs are the barriers for them. This side they consist of flowers which animals like cow can eat, whereas this side they have leaves kind of thing which other animals can eat. Thank you.
Good morning to all. My name is Vidyashram from class 6 Pamba. I am here to show you the structure of the earth. Imagine as if the outer part as the crust. The crust is 5 to 90 kilometers thick and about basically divided to two layers: oceanic crust and continental crust. Oceanic crust consists of dense rocks. Continental crust consists of less dense rocks. These two layers are the mantle, the upper mantle and lower mantle. Together, they are 2,900 kilometers thick and made up of semi-molten rocks and hot gases. They are held solid by the huge slab of rock above. This is the outer core. It is 2,100 kilometers thick and 5,000 degrees Celsius hot. In Fahrenheit, 9,372 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the inner core. It is a solid ball of iron and nickel and is hot as 5,500 degrees Celsius, almost as hot as the sun's surface. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. This is an archaeological site. Archaeological sites have been destroyed all through the world because of British invasions. But now some of these archaeological sites are reserved by the UNESCO and other things. Fire was one of the most important factors. This was because it was used to destroy many buildings but also provided warmth and protection from animals. Pottery was also very important because it was used to store the surplus grains for the winters. Jewelry was also there. This was used to make people fashionable. Thank you everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to our project day. I am Suriksha from class 6 Pamba. I have done a geography project and this is about the stages of headland, which is nothing but when the headland, a big piece of rock which gets eroded by the waves, forms a cave-like structure only in the front, but the back part is still not eroded away. It's fully there. And when this cave gets eroded more, it forms a bigger cave which is called an arc. This arc gets eroded away and only the half part of this arc remains, and the other half gets eroded away, and this forms a stack. This stack gets eroded away and the half of the stack is eroded and only the other half is left. So this forms a stump. This stump is just a small rock which we see in the oceans and seas today. And when it gets it gets eroded away more and it gets weathered, it forms soil. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. This is our biology project. It shows bioluminescence. Bioluminescence was recently found in Thoraipakam and Palavakam beach. The person who found bioluminescence was Emmett Chappell.
So this happens because of more new plants grow in the water and they consume a lot of oxygen and they decrease the amount of oxygen level in the water, and there is no oxygen for the rest of the plants. So they come up to the surface of the water and they get oxygen, and when they get to oxygen they release color and light, and she will explain the rest.
Bioluminescence algae produce a toxic and harmful gases called hydrogen sulfide gas to marine creatures. If humans or any creatures go near or have a direct contact, it can lead to skin infection or even death. Thank you.
Hello sir, this is my project based chart work. My name is Surya Narayanan. First you should match the following. for atomicity. Atomicity means the number of atoms present in an element, compound or in a mixture. In this case, these are elements. If you don't know something, tell it to me. I will show you the answers. It is attached to this cardboard. You can try. You got 2 wrong. Ozone is 3 correct. Helium is 1. Oxygen is 2. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. We are here to represent our earthquake model. Here, focus is the origin where the earthquake starts in the earth's surface. Epicenter. Epicenter is the point on the earth's surface directly above the focus is called as the epicenter.
Seismic waves. The seismic waves are the cause of the epicenter. The epicenter release seismic waves which damage the houses. You can see that the places near the epicenter the houses near the epicenter have more damage than the houses away from it. This tells us the force of the seismic waves is very enormous near the epicenter, but it's less away from it. The fault line. The fault line is where the rock breaks. Because of this rock breaking, the earthquake occurs. As we now know, the real cause of the earthquake is the fault line.
Thank you all.
Avril. Good morning, dear sir. Here is our Jwalapuram excavation model. It is our history model. In this, the volcano here is Mount Toba. This is in Indonesia. But the city and the village here is in Andhra Pradesh. This city is excavated recently in Andhra Pradesh, Kurnool. The volcano here went to Indonesia because of some continental drift. This continental drift is the causes for places moving away. 2 places moving away. Here we can see some pottery and some villages covered with ash, as it is an ash volcano. Now we know that our India was existed before 4,500 years ago also, because it happened 4,500 years ago. Thank you everyone.
Hello, my name is Ritvik. This is a model about invention of fire. It is my history model. So in ancient times, people were like us, but they were nomads. They couldn't think or do anything properly. So their main purpose was to hunt and eat animals. But they couldn't eat meat at that time, as it was not possible, as the meat would be raw. So there are 3 nomads, and one of the nomads came up with an idea by rubbing 2 rocks, which led to the invention of a spark, and that spark led to the invention of a fire. Although he was scared at first of that fire, then he slowly used it for his main purposes like cooking the meat and eating it. In night time, to prevent his body getting affected by the cold weather, he used his fire to give themselves warm and coziness. And they also use this fire to chase away carnivorous animals like tigers, mammoths and dinosaurs if there were. They also use this fire to sharpen their tools and make it even more deadlier to hunt and kill animals. Thank you everyone.
Good morning, my name is Darshit. I made an experiment to show that light can only travel in a straight line. There is a hole here connected to a paper roll that lets the light pass through. When the light is shown on the hole, the light is able to pass through and shine on the bottle. But when the paper roll is tilted downwards, the light will not be able to shine anymore because the light is being blocked by the angular manner of the paper roll, because the light can only travel in a straight line. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Aradhya. I am from 6th Periyar. This is a model it's a model of Chennai. Chennai is a metropolitan city, so it is taken care of by the municipal corporation. It has a population of 11,776,000. So the municipal corporation does small things like keeping the roads clean, disposal of garbage, building and taking care of hospitals, primary health care centers, schools, and many more. It also builds it also builds roads, bridges, and many more. It also arranges street lighting and fire brigade. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to show you about a decimal scheme. This will be very helpful for young children who are going to learn about decimal scheme. We need to start from this place and going to end from this place by adding the decimals starting from this. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Good morning everyone present here. I am Niharika from 6th Periyar in Manthan Vidyashram school. I am here to explain my model about Oxbow lakes. So this is the model of a plain where the river is meandering. The zigzag pattern of a river is called a meander. So a meander has an inner bend and an outer bend. As you can see, this is the outer bend and this is the inner bend. So a meander gets closer due to the deposition and erosion the river makes. After this, due to loads of erosion, the meander gets connected to the river and forms this area called the neck. So now my friend will continue the explanation.
Good morning, my name is Mridula. Now I am going to continue the explanation. So after this stage happens, due to deposition, the river gets cut out and the horseshoe shape is the Oxbow lake, and the river starts flowing in a straight direction and in the shortest part.
Thank you all.
Good morning, I am Rasika of class 6 Periyar. So this project is all about preparing for volcanic eruptions. So there are many ways to prepare for volcanic eruption. First, we can use these barriers to stop the lava from reaching these houses. And also we can use helicopters controlled by rescue teams which can put off the fire from the lava. And also the local people residing in these houses are able to see these land bulges, which is a symptom of volcanic eruption. And also you see a man cleaning ash fall from the volcano. You know why he is doing this? Because if he doesn't do this within a few moments, his house will completely collapse. So this project is done by myself, Kriti Shri and Varsha. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is based on the Olympics that happened in 2024. I am Ritvika.
And I am Nitya Mukta.
Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Iron Olympics. Today it's pinned down to the finals between China and India. Let's get started.
Let's call upon our wrestlers, Mr. Chang Li and Mr. Sher Singh. May the fight begin.
Wow, the match is off to a great start. Mr. Chang Li is totally beating up Mr. Sher Singh.
Oh my god, that looks painful.
Wow, Mr. Sher Singh has Chang Li in the air.
Oh no, he's totally beating him up. Will Chang Li accept the defeat? No, he won't. He's totally tackling Mr. Sher Singh.
Whoa! Mr. Sher Singh has fallen. What will he do? Will he give up? No! He skillfully tackles Mr. Chang Li now.
Wow, the match is going very seriously. Let's see who wins. Oh no! Suddenly Chang Li has accepted the defeat.
What? Mr. Chang Li, have you actually accepted defeat?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god! Congratulations, India, you have won.
The medals will be distributed later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, I am Nitya Mukta from class 6 Periyar and this is my math project, Mini Calculator. Pick any card from this box. Let's see. The question is 890 divided by 5. Put this inside this hole. Wow, it has given the answer 178. Is this magic? No, this is science. Let's see how this mechanism works. So this is how this mini calculator works. There are two slides present in this mini calculator. When I put this card inside, it flips and gives us the answer. The question is written in the front side and the answer is written at the back side. So that's how this mini calculator works. Thank you.
So good morning, welcome all parents and children. This is the project of layers of atmosphere. The blue color is the earth and this is the troposphere. Here all the hot air balloons and all climatic changes occurs here. This is the stratosphere. This stratosphere has the aeroplanes, hot air balloons and all weather condition also occurs here only. Here is my friend Teja and he will explain rest of these layers.
So this is the mesosphere. So have you ever wondered that the mesosphere is the third layer? So do you know about asteroids? Asteroids are typically the rocks that are the giant rocks that are entering the earth. So this mesosphere, when the rocks enter the earth, they move very fast due to the gravitational force. Due to that, when they hit earth, there will be a lot of destruction happening. From these destruction, the mesosphere protects us. This layer protects us from all the asteroids. So when the asteroids enter the earth, they are known as meteoroids, and when they get burnt up, they are known as meteors. So the next layer is the thermosphere. Do you know about thermosphere? The thermosphere is the fourth layer of atmosphere and also has another layer in it known as ionosphere. In this ionosphere are all the radioactive signals, satellite images and all the things happen here. And because of this, you are able to watch TV. This happens in the cable TV also. Next is the exosphere. This is the last layer and the final layer of atmosphere. This is very close to space and the air is more denser than the troposphere, which is the first layer. So here all the spacecraft and all the astronauts are here. So, and this is so we both have done. Me and Ritvik have done. Thank you. Parents. So this is the earthquake-proof building. This earthquake-proof building is seen in all highly rich countries such as in Japan, Indonesia, the countries which are near the Pacific Ring of Fire. So let's start. This earthquake-proof building consists of a counterweight ball which is placed on the highest point. So when the building moves towards one side, this counterweight ball moves towards the opposite edge and prevents the building from falling down. So this is the crossbars. You can also call it them as steel frame. So when the building shakes, this also sways with the building and gives balance to the building, prevent them from falling down. In Japan, they lay foundation only till the subsoil, but in the desert regions, they lay foundation till bedrock to give extra support. So when the seismic wave, when the building is laid at a deep foundation, the seismic waves impact would be high. So they have kept a rubber-like layer below the building, so that when the seismic wave comes and hits the building, this rubber it first hits the rubber-like layer. So this rubber dispatches them and provides a less impact on the above layers, and the injuries can be reduced. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Riya. I am studying in class 6 Bhattapura. This is my project. This is Bhimbetka Cave. Bhimbetka Cave is present in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. It is one of the earliest art evidence in Southeast Asia. As you can see here, these are some Wali art cave paintings. It shows cultural evolution of human. It provides evidence of prehistoric spiritualities. In total, there are 750 shelters, in which 100 shelters have their painting. Did I forget to mention that it is also one of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thank you everyone.
So hello everyone, my name is Iris Pile and I am from class 6 Bhattapura. So today my model is all about the Battle of Hydaspes, which happened in 326 BCE. So Alexander, who is the king of the Greek army, had a dream of invading Parad. So he sent a message to Porus that he should surrender. So first he invaded Takshashila, and then Porus did not want to surrender, so they based warfare.
So Alexander knew that he had 200 war elephants and chariots with him. So he gathered all his army from Persia and Babylon and meet at the Hydaspes river, also known as the Jhelum river. So it was hard for Alexander to cross right here. So he sent his son Magnus and his army right here, which was very narrow. So the main army was right here. And Porus knew that he won't be able to cross. So when he knew about Magnus crossing there, so he sent his son over there. And Magnus killed his son, and they gathered all the army right over there. And due to bad weather, it rained, and Porus got defeated, and Alexander won the Battle of Hydaspes. In this way, Alexander won and took over Porus's land. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, my name is Dikshan and I'm from class 6 Bharatapura. So this is my geography project, Headland and Bay. I made this with plaster of Paris. In the alternative layer of hard rock and soft rock, when the sea hits this layer, the soft rock gets eroded away but the hard rock stands still. So this is the bay but there is no rock, and this is the headland. Because of the water from the sea, plants have started to grow on the headland, and this is my geography project. Thank you.
Hi dear parent, my name is Tarunika of class 6 Bharatapura. Today I am going to explain about Oxbow Lake. As you can see, the river flows in a fertile land grown with many plants. The river flows in a curved manner which is known as the meander. Then the river finds a much easier and a direct way to flow, therefore leaving this part of the river not flown by water. After a few days, you can observe that the river flows in this direct way, and this part of the river is separated and eventually dries up, which is known as the Oxbow Lake. Thank you everyone.
Good morning, my name is Karthik. I'm from class 6 Bharatapura. I have made a model on geography, river landforms. This shows the course of the river. Here I have the source, which is mountains. The snow melts during the summer and flows here. The tributaries are smaller rivers and streams which join to make the larger river. So as the river flows, it curves. Those curves are known as meanders. The inner bend has more deposition while the outer bend has erosion. The inner deposition occurs in the inner bend, causing fertile places called river beaches, and the outer bend gets eroded, making river cliffs. Sometimes during monsoon season, when the water current of the river is very quick, the meander might get cut off and form oxbow lakes like those here. Finally, the river joins the sea, in which it has two types of mount. It can either branch out as distributaries and form a delta, or just go and mix with the sea straight away, enter the sea straight away as estuary. Thank you.
Good morning, sir and madam. This is my history project done by my friend, and I did this. You can see it inside. This is Dwarkapuram. This was built by Krishna, and he saved this, and his people and everyone was living here. This is Krishna's port city. He used to dwell here, and everything he do this. And one day Krishna went out of the earth, and he went to another place. That time Queen Gandhagiri in Mahabharata told that your city and your people will be killed by a natural disaster. It came true, and everyone was dead. Now also it is under the ocean. Archaeological facts tell that Krishna is built this in 2000, and the first archaeological place took in 2060s, and now also Hindus believe that Krishna saves it. Thank you.
Good morning friends. Today I am going to explain to you how a hydraulic arm works. So it mainly uses the pressure of water to push parts of it up and down, right and left. So when I push this piston, pushes water towards the other piston, pushing it outwards, moving this part down. So pressure is equal to force by area. So here the area is same, here the area is bigger, pressure is same. When I press the same amount of force here increases. That is how a hydraulic arm works. Let me show you a demonstration. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. This is my geography project, hydroelectric power plant. So this was created by me and Sarika, my classmate. We are from 8 Indus. So what are the pros? The pros are that it's a clean source of energy, meaning it does not produce any greenhouse gases. So it prevents global warming. So there is no greenhouse gases emission, and it's a renewable source of energy, meaning as long as we have water, we don't need to worry about operating the system because it runs purely with water. So what happens when I turn on the system? So as you can see, the water flows and touches the turbine, and the turbine rotates. In turn, it rotates the generator inside this motor. This is a generator motor. So the generator motor is connected to a LED bulb here. The LED bulb will glow if we have sufficient energy production due to the rotation of the generator, but it will not happen because in practical, this should be about more than 50% efficient to light up this bulb, but it's not 50% efficient because when it rotates, it collides with air particles here, and the speed reduces significantly, and so there's no constant force applying. So what is the physical terms here? The GP or gravitational potential energy of the water stored in dam is converted into KE of the water flowing here. So when the water flowed and rotated the turbine, the kinetic energy of the water was turned into the kinetic energy of the turbine. So when the turbine rotated, it in turn rotated the generator inside the motor. So if the turbine had rotated even more faster, the generator would have produced a specific amount of electricity that would have powered this bulb. So it did not happen. So as this the whole structure is very simple, it is affordable by all the nations, and so many nations such as India, Brazil also do this. And there's another major profit is like, even when you think the water floods the ecosystem behind, it is not a big problem because the amount of money you get nurturing the ecosystem is got triple the amount when you use such a dam. So that's also not a big problem. So thank you.
Good morning, I am Dikshita, this is Tigalya. We are from Class 8 Indus. This is our biology project.
The main purpose of this experiment is to show that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. This is soda lime.
This soda lime is prepared using 5% of water, 3:1 ratio of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide.
And soda lime absorbs carbon dioxide in this well jar. Since all the carbon dioxide is absorbed by soda lime, the photosynthesis rate decreases and there is no production of starch.
So the plant wills. To show the absence of starch, iodine test can be done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Pradyumna Ramesh from Class 8 Indus. Today I'm going to show you how convection gases works. So as you can see, the smoke is going inside from here. So it's like, this is because of convection. So let me tell what's exactly happening here. So as you can see, there's a candle in here. So the air around the candle gets heated up due to the candle and starts moving upward. This creates a partial vacuum inside the box. So when there's a partial vacuum, the atmosphere air outside rushes in to occupy the space. When it's rushing in, it also pulls the smoke with it. That is why the smoke is going inside. This shows convection. So how can we apply it in real life situations? So this is how we can apply it. Do you remember seeing the breeze hitting you in the sea from the sea? So this is due to convection. So basically what happens is just like this candle, the land gets heated up and the air starts moving upward. This creates a partial vacuum on the land. So the air above the sea, which is comparatively cooler, rushes in to occupy that space. That is why you feel a low breeze when you are in the beach. So thank you.
Good morning. This project is demonstrating hydropower plant in Nepal.
So today I am going to explain how hydropower works. When steam is flowing from a mountain, a channel is used to divert the water in which it goes to the storage unit and stored. When electricity is needed, from the storage unit, the water moves through a pipeline to the powerhouse where it rotates the turbine and electricity is generated. Now my friend Praveen would continue the disadvantages of hydropower.
There are 4 disadvantages of hydropower plant in Nepal, and the first point is specific site requirement. Hydropower plant requires specific site characteristics including proximity for energy demand, optimal stream size, flow rate and drop rate. And the second point is future expansion. Small stream restrict the future expansion which will meet the increasing power demand. And the third point is seasonal power fluctuation. In summer month the flow of stream will be reduced which result in lower power output. And the fourth point is environmental concern. Diverting stream may impact the local ecology and infrastructure. This project is done by Adavan and Praveen, and we are from Class 8 in this. Thank you.
Good morning. This is a model on hydraulic brake. So, when you're moving in a car at top speed and you apply brake, the car stops. So, how does this happen? My friend Adavan will give you how does this work.
So when I use a motor to rotate the disc brake, I use 2 syringes to connect this. When I apply the force, the pistons would move and stop the disc brake. This term is known as hydraulic brake. Now my friend Karthik would continue.
Yeah. So I'll explain you how what happens clearly. So when you apply a force over here, pressure is built up because force upon area is pressure. According to Pascal's law, this pressure is equally transmitted throughout the liquid. The pressure P1 over here is expected to be the same of the pressure P2 over here. But since this has a larger surface area than this one, the pressure decreases. So to maintain the pressure, the force is multiplied. Let me explain you with an example. For example, this has an area of 5 meter cube and you apply a force of 5 newtons, the pressure is 1 pascal. But since the P2, the pressure 2 over here equals to the pressure 1. So we can equate that force 1 upon area 1 equals to the force 2 upon area 2. We know the force 1 upon area 1 is 1 and the area 2, let's imagine it to be 10 meter cube. So the force 2, when we find it, we get it as 10 newton. So this is how this hydraulic brake system acts as a force multiplier and helps us to stop the car easily. Thank you.
Good morning. This is a project of hydraulic press Akash, myself, Sai Vivek and Aravind have created. This is an interesting project which works on the principle of Pascal's law, which states that pressure is equal to force by area. And in this project we use less force to put more force on another object.
Pressure, as Pascal's law states that pressure is equal to force by area. When the force is increased and the area remains constant, pressure also increases. When we decrease the area and the force remains same, the pressure increases. But when we increase the area and the force remains same, the pressure decreases.
Hydraulic press have tons of uses in the industries. For example, they are commonly used for assembling and deassembling tightly fitted components. They are also used for forging, clinching, molding, blanking, etc. of the materials. But they also have the ability to create intricate shapes.
Now we will demonstrate how this hydraulic press works. And we'll use it to press my hand. 3, 2, 1.
Now we are pushing the syringes.
You can see the syringes being pushed and those syringes coming downwards.
Thank you.
Good morning everyone.
I'm Shivani from Class 8 Chambal, and this is my project about the Tibetan Plateau. The Tibetan Plateau, also known as the Kindai Tibet Plateau, is a vast elevated plateau in the intersection of Southeast, East and Central Asia. It covers many countries such as India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Tajikistan and more. So this is the world's highest and largest plateau because it has an average elevation of 14,800 feet and it has an area of 2.5 million square kilometers. Thus, it is also known as the roof of the world. It is also harbored by the world's tallest peaks such as Mount Everest and K2. This place is also known as the third pole because in some regions it has a thick cover of glaciers and ice. And it is also the headquarters for river basins of major rivers in China, which are the Yellow River, the Mekong River and the Yangtze River. Since it expands over such a large area, it has a variety of ecosystems such as the desert ecosystems, the alpine tundra lands, the mountain grasslands and so on. Because of this, the species diversity is very high. It is home to many species such as the Tibetan wolf, the wild yak, the wild ass and also the very special high altitude jumping spider. Now you have a clear idea about what the Tibetan Plateau is. I'll tell you why this place is very special. It's mainly because this place is one of the unique places in the world over which planes are not allowed to fly. Yes, you're right. It's because of many conditions. First, let's look at weather conditions. Turbulence. Since this place is such height and it has a very high altitude, the turbulence is high and also there are sudden unexpected thunderstorms during the summer seasons. At night, the temperature drops to freezing conditions and this could be very dangerous to aircraft engines and control surfaces. There are also many geographical conditions. Since, as I said, it is bordered by such high peaks such as K2 and Mount Everest, it is going to be very difficult for the pilots to navigate around the area. And also there are limited emergency landing options because of the mountainous terrain. In such a place, there is very less communication infrastructure and it is very difficult for the airplanes to communicate from the plane to some kind of station in case of an emergency. The pilots must be very scared because if something goes wrong, the lives of all the people in the plane will be at stake. There are also some cultural and spiritual beliefs of the people living in this region. For example, the Chinese people over here believe that there is a special positive energy called the dragon energy or the Lang Mai in this place, and when planes fly over it, the energy will be disturbed. Similarly, the Tibetan Buddhist monks believe that the spiritual flow of energy and the residence of the gods residing here will be disturbed and disrespected if planes fly over this area. Some pilots have also reported very weird feelings such as anxiety and turbulence while flying over this place. Some people have also seen strange lights in the sky during night time and people believe they are UFO sightings. So we're not very sure what happens over here, but people really avoid flying over this plateau. Even though it's a longer journey to go over the plateau, they prefer it because it is safer. Thank you.
Good morning. This is my project of physics and biology where I've combined two vast subjects of light and hydroponics. You can see that we have grown plants in a nutrient-rich solution instead of traditionally using soil as it is done by farmers. So you can see that we've tried to experiment with 4 different colored lights where you can see in pink light the plant growth is maximum while in green light it is very minimal. The reason behind this is that pink light has a longer wavelength and has more photons which is absorbed by the plant and grows better compared to green light which the plant reflects and which is also the reason why they appear green. Red light is very essential in the fruiting and flowering stages of the plant while blue light is essential for the growth of the leaf. So why hydroponics? Hydroponics is very essential because it's a very sustainable, eco-friendly and cheap method where plants can be grown instead of soil. It saves space and it is very popular in urban regions where plants can't be grown on the ground. Thank you.